I'm 25 years old, and this? Well, this is my first gray hair, and it terrifies me. First, let's start with the obvious, male pattern baldness. I know this is a concern for a lot of men. The first sign of you getting older is you starting to lose your hair. You start losing that youthful look that as a kid, as a teenager, you think will never go away. But lo and behold, here you are at 25 and your hair is falling out. You're getting your first grays. I mean, trust me, you don't want to take a look at my shower. And you definitely don't want to take a look at my pillow. It seems like at this pace, I'll be bald within the next year. I mean, look at this. You see this? Hair is coming out every time I run my hands through it. And I know some people are so self-conscious about this that they just shave their hair altogether. Nathaniel Drew being my case in point. So it's not that I'm worried that I have one gray hair, but it's what it represents. The start of what seems like my physical descent, as grim as that sounds. I've been looking at hair loss prevention programs, and my God, it's a world that I never even knew existed. There are so many different products and regimens people use to make sure they keep their hair. And you know, it sucks to have to arrange your hair after a shower in such a way where it covers up your receding hairline so people don't notice that, well, I'm getting older. And you know, I've noticed myself looking at other people's hairlines now, estimating their age and comparing it to mine. And listen, I know a lot of you are gonna look at my hair and be like, it's not even that bad. But as someone who's noticing it firsthand, I can notice the hair thinning out. I can notice the receding hairline. I can feel it accelerating within the last year. It's funny how much of the world you drown out until it's relevant to you. Not once did I think about hairlines or regimens to keep your hair before this. The other day, I ran into a friend from middle school. A totally chance encounter. But I saw this guy and it was so weird. He had the same face, but he had this huge mustache, he had this full arm tattoo, and he just looked so much more grown up. I mean, of course you're gonna look more grown up if it's been 10 years, but it made me realize that time is flying by. And this gray hair doesn't just symbolize my hair loss, but also that people around me are getting older. Obviously, it's hard to notice on a day-to-day level, but you zoom out and you start to see it. My dad, for example, look at him now versus 10 years ago, and you could see how much older he looks. The same goes for my grandparents or anyone close to me, my brother. It makes you realize again how fast time is flying by. And I have to take advantage of being with them now. Well, you know, I still can. I know it's a dark thought, but I feel like we've all had that thought. When you say goodbye to your grandparents who are in their 90s and you think this might be the last time I see them. I mean, for example, my family dog. He's 17 years old and he's still wagging his tail and barking for food. But recently, every time I see him, I'm like, this might be the last time I ever pet him. These are things that a kid never thinks about. But as you start seeing the aging process in yourself, the gray hairs, it allows you to see the world in a whole new lens. But this whole aging thing is getting me thinking. It seems like my healthy years are running thin. I watched this podcast recently where this guy said, in your 30s, you start to get a lot of joint pain. You start to really feel like you're getting older. But whether it be because I've been doing a lot of physical activities, running, skateboarding, I'm kind of feeling that now. I feel like I have joint pain. I feel this pressure that I need to find a career path right now, that I need to find a girlfriend before I lose all my hair. Like, I have to do all of this right now while I'm still relatively attractive, while my joints can still endure physically intensive things. It's getting to my head a bit, I'm not gonna lie. And I know this is a universal thing. Mortality is something we all face. And I'm by no means complaining. I know there are a lot of people who have worse hairlines, who have worse joint pain, but there's something about it that when you start seeing mortality in you, it starts to change things. But honestly, all I can do is enjoy the present moment, because I know I'm always gonna wish I was younger. 100% when I'm 50, I'll look back at when I was 25 when I could still skate and surf every day, and I'll be like, I wish I was that age. When I'm 80, I'll look back to when I was 50, when I could still do long hikes and when my hair wasn't all gray. So I have to take advantage of what I have now, right? I'll always want what I had before. And so back to the topic of this video, I need to find a good hair loss product. So if you have any suggestions or experience in this, leave the suggestion in the comments below. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.